From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, February the 3rd, 2017. 2 Israeli police officers and an Israeli civilian were lightly injured yesterday in the West Bank in what is thought to have been a deliberate car ramming attack. A Palestinian woman drove her vehicle into a guard post outside the Jewish settlement of Adam. She was also hurt in the incident and treated and questioned at the scene and reportedly admitted to the attack. The new U.S. administration weighed in on Israel's recently announced new construction plans in the West Bank. Last night, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said that while we don't believe the existence of settlements is an impediment to peace, the construction of new settlements or the expansion of existing settlements beyond their current borders may not be helpful in achieving that goal. The White House statement further said that the Trump administration has not taken an official position on settlement activity and looks forward to continuing discussions, including with Prime Minister Netanyahu when he visits with President Trump later this month. The Prime Minister's office released a statement in response to the White House saying that Prime Minister Netanyahu looks forward to his meeting with President Trump on February the 15th, in which they will speak about a wide range of issues, including this one, referring to the statement on the settlements. Last night, Netanyahu lauded Washington's warning to Iran over its testing of ballistic missiles this past weekend. Speaking at the West Bank settlement of Ariel, Netanyahu said that he, quote, listened with appreciation to the remarks of General Michael Flynn on the need to counter Iran's aggression, and said that he looked forward to discussing the Iran deal and other issues when he meets with the new U.S. president at the White House in just under 2 weeks. Longtime Israeli Mayor Shmuel Rifman has died. Rifman was mayor of Ramat HaNegev Regional Council in southern Israel for 26 years, and he was known in the U.S. for his strong partnership with the Jewish and non-Jewish community of Colorado. A former IDF captain and member of the Board of Governors of the Jewish Agency, Rifman is also remembered for his dedicated work with the Negev's Bedouin community as well as its at-risk youth. Rifman died this past weekend after battling an illness. He was 68 years old. An Israeli computer scientist was among the 3 winners of an international award for science and technology and furthering the cause of peace and prosperity of mankind, the Japan Prize. Professor Adi Shamir of the Weizmann Institute of Rehovot was recognized for his work in the field of cryptography. The other winners include the director of the Max Planck Institute for Infection Biology in Berlin, Emmanuel Carpentier, and UC Berkeley professor Jennifer Doudna. They were chosen along with Shamir from 13,000 nominations and will be honored in Tokyo on April the 19th. 9 Venezuelan Jews whose conversion was questioned by Israel have now been allowed to make Aliyah, immigrate to the country. The Knesset Committee for Immigration, Absorption, and Diaspora Affairs reached a compromise to bring the group to Israel after the Interior Ministry had initially said they did not meet the requirements for conversion to make Aliyah due to a lack of affiliation with recognized Jewish community prior to their conversions. The Jewish Agency negotiated a compromise to enable the group, who was facing life-threatening situations in Venezuela, to make Aliyah, but they will have to go through the conversion process for a second time once they are in Israel. They also received assistance from the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. Well, Jews, Christians, and Muslims came together today to form a, quote, human circle of solidarity in London. Faith leaders led the London is One gathering at one of its largest mosques today, linking arms around the Whiteman Road Mosque during Friday prayers. The event was organized as a show of solidarity and tolerance between the religions, in particular after the mosque attack in Quebec and the rise of anti-Semitism in the UK. It was sponsored by the London Faiths Forum, Reform Judaism, the Christian Muslim Forum, Islamic Society of Britain, and the group Hope Not Hate. And taking a look now at our programming on JBS for tonight, Friday, February the 3rd, live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue. At 7:30, it's highlights from the Krakow Jewish Festival. At 8, Cardinal Timothy Dolan speaks on the common ground between Judaism and Christianity at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film A Jewish Spirit Sings, and at 10, a conversation with the Pogrebin family on Jewish identity. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 5:30, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin shares his thoughts on this week's Torah portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, February the 3rd, 2017. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.